What's up, junkies? Welcome back to the SR series where we are installing the SR into my minty gray hatch. We got done with the assembly in the last video. I suck at filming still. Now you guys are joining Joel and I installing the SR into the chassis itself. And actually we got it in there pretty quickly in record time, about 24 minutes it took us to get it in there. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and I'll catch back with you in a minute. Okay, I've done it once again. I've waited way too long for an update, but I mean, things got challenging and complicated really quick, so I'll fill you guys in on what's happened. I'm filming on the GoPro because I don't have any more SD footage on the card right now, and I just want to get this over with. Joel and I got the engine inside of the gray car. Easy peasy. It went really smooth. We got it in about 23 minutes time. And then when I went to push the car back into the garage and the car was in neutral, it was stuck and it was spinning the motor over like it was in gear. We had a weird transmission complication where it was stuck in gear and then it wouldn't go into third, fourth, fifth, or reverse. So that was fun. So instead of benching this transmission on jack stands, I just pulled the engine right back out, took the transmission off, and I sent the transmission to a transmission shop with my spare transmission I had in my shed that had a rough third gear. So with those two transmissions, I made them make one good one, and that took about 2.5 weeks and $500 later. And then I put the transmission back on the motor, put the motor back in, and I've just basically been working on it in my free time when I can after work and things like that. Everything is plugged in. I got the ECU hooked up. I got the wiring harness hooked up, lower harness. I have a ghetto fabbed intercooler set up. It's made up with part of my new intercooler kit and my old intercooler kit because they didn't send me the right size couplers on a few different things, so I'm waiting for those to come in the mail. But I'm just basically almost to the point where I can start it, or attempt to start it for the first time, and I'm updating you guys now. So I've got the brake-in oil inside of the engine, I got the transmission fluid in the transmission, and I got the drive line hooked up, and currently I'm waiting on a fuel pump O-ring to come in the mail because I got I put a Walbro 255 pump that you can see right here, and this O-ring was a little blown out and I can't get it back on there properly. So, and then I also pumped the gas out. I'm going to put new gas in it since this gas is from, I think, approximately 2020. Got me a new fuel filter, fuel lines. I mean, this bad boy is about ready to go, and I did get it to start cranking over, and I got the oil primed. Everything's pretty much good to go. So I guess next time I pick up the camera, I'll have the fuel pump installed, and I'm just cleaning up the radiator because it's a little bit ugly. I'll hook up the radiator, put some coolant in it, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'm also a little annoyed because the intake kit doesn't really fit nicely, so I'm waiting on one of the couplers for that, and then I have to get a small air filter, and that should resolve the problem so it'll actually fit in there, because as you can see, it won't line up with the intercooler kit. Fun stuff. You think with all the research and development on 240s and SR20s and intercooler kits and intake stuff, you figured they'd get it right, but they actually sent me 2 couplers with this intake. They were both wrong. Thankfully, I had some laying around, so I'm just working with what I got at this point just for a first startup, and then we'll clean things up as we go. So I'll pick up the camera and see you guys shortly. Okay, we're back out here messing around with the SR. I got the radiator in, and I got a decent amount of coolant in, enough to get a first start. I got the power steering fluid filled up. We had a leak. I just had to take care of that. and the fuel pump's in. It made sure it primes and everything, so I think we're just about ready for a first start, as long as this battery isn't dead. And I was just had it on the charger, so I'm gonna prime the fuel system a few times since it's all new filter and everything, so everything is pretty dry. Do it a couple times. Okay, here goes nothing. First try, baby, let's go. I need to add some grounds, and it's been a while since she ran, so it doesn't sound like she wants to idle very much right now. The oil pressure seems really high. It runs.
It fucking runs.
First try.
Oh, it's like I've been here for a second time with the same exact motor.
Yep. Oh, well, that's pretty neat. Going on our first little test spin, it's doing really well. This car is so fucking good. Oh man, temps are looking good, oil pressure's looking good, AFR's not hooked up.